Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Now a handoff looking right.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Watch time. Tight end right. 4 down. Alert.
Hey, Alpha.
What's the end?
Blue draw Corkers. Ready?
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 23-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
22 jet bomber.
Single.
Hey.
On the rep. Let's go right here.
Get it.
2nd and 6. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Protein spill.
Joker.
Hey, Charlie. Set, go.
Operating from the gun. McKee being chased out left. And incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Tie it right. Tie it right. 3 down. 3 down.
Hey, Zoo.
Hey, Mike 20. Mike.
Mike.
Throwing again. McKee. He's going to let this one go deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Throw left side, complete. It's Logan. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Back
to the air on second down. It's Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Murray to air it out again. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 25. To throw, it's Murray. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game.
Topper! Topper! General West! 10! Under 10! 10!
On 1st and 10, McKee. That's complete to Arthega Whiteside. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. at the 24-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down. McKee. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Okay, ready?
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
Go, go.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
So no safety.
From the gun, McKee. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. $12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Get in the weight room. Mike 51. Mike 51. Okay.
Murray now on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Open man, completes it to Butler. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check 52. He's checking crowd.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
To throw again on second down. Murray. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. He may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Hey, exit.
4 down, 4 down.
Ready?
On first down, McKee. That's complete. It's Gordon. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, McKee. Now the ball comes loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
80 weapon. 5.
Throwing on first down. McKee. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Snap.
Here's 2nd and 8. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watch tight end, tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
Yep.
Motion, motion.
Smooth. Deep grip. Deep grip.
Operating from the gun. McKee. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Bravo.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. It's our field.
On the ball. Hit it.
Back to throw. McKee. He finds his man Johnson. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Nice 7.
Check, check.
From the gun, McKee. And he's got Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Got it.
Tight end, wing.
6-6. Pull it high.
Everyone, you got 4 down. Slam.
Shoot.
Off play action. McKee. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Ready.
This is Gordon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Ready to break.
20, Mike, 20. You ain't going nowhere.
5.
Everyone, Mike, 20, Mike.
Go.
Hey, watch the ball. Mike 20. Know your job.
Hey, seam 6. Get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McKee into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 81 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Kill.
Looking to throw. McKee. It's caught. Lockett. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, orbit. Deep grip, deep grip.
Operating from the gun. McKee able to get this to Gordon. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, Alpha.
Back to throw. McKee, a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Mike 51. All day, dog. Come on. 51's a Mike, boy. 51. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Complete. It's Johnson. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, McKee. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Go, go.
Hey, Mike, 22.
On 4th down, McKee. And he connects with Ertz. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. McKee eluding the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Get it.
To throw again, McKee. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Hey, Mike, 20, Mike.
Go.
From the gun, McKee nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, well, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find Isabella. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 71 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead.
Eagles nothing. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing to start the drive. McKee, he gets this one to Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
David Johnson. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, Haywood!
Operating from the gun. McKee. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
I got 19. He's mine. He's not going anywhere.
Hey, X3, 218, chopper. Let's go.
On 4th down, McKee. And this is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the Eagles' 33-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Come get some.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Quinnen Williams able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Third and long.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Forced out to his left. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Hey, wahoo! Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hit it.
To throw on second down, McKee. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.